What if you retire and the market drops right after? Not 10 years later, not eventually, but right when you stop working. That's one of the biggest fears I hear from people approaching retirement, and today I want to walk you through a simple plan on how to handle it. Here's the truth. Market drops, they're not the problem. They've always happened, and they always will. The real problem is retiring without a plan for when they do happen. Because if you're forced to sell your investments while the market is down just to pay the bills, that's where the real damage can occur. So in this video, I'll show you why a market drop early in retirement is different, what actually creates this risk, and a simple framework that can help you ride it out without panic. Hey there, I'm Andrew Rafal, founder of Bayntree Wealth Advisors. Over the last decade, we've helped hundreds of families prepare for retirement with strategies designed to reduce taxes, avoid costly surprises, and to make the most of their retirement savings. And if you're close to retirement or even recently retired, this is one of the most important scenarios to plan for. So let's get into it. Here's why this matters so much early in retirement. Because when you're working and the market drops, yeah, it's uncomfortable, but you're still adding money. When you're retired and the market drops, you're doing the exact opposite. You're taking money out. That combination, market losses plus withdrawals, is called sequence of return risk. And it's not about the market never recovering. It's about how much damage happens when it does. That's why two retirees with the same portfolio can have very different outcomes depending upon when the downturn hits. So what's the solution? It's not about predicting the market moves. It's not avoiding stocks or equities altogether. The solution is having a clear income plan, so you're not forced to sell long-term investments at the wrong time. And at a high level, your income plan needs three parts: short-term income, medium-term stability, and long-term growth. So let's break it down. First, you want 1 to 3 years of your income in assets that are not tied to the equity markets. This could be cash, money markets, short-term CDs, or other conservative options. This is your retirement paycheck buffer. So if the market takes a hit, you're not panicking or selling investments at a loss just to pay those bills. Think of it as buying yourself time for the market to recover. Second, look how much of your income is guaranteed no matter what happens to the market. This type of income includes Social Security, a pension if you're lucky to have one. Maybe it's rental income or other predictable income sources. The more of your basic expenses that are covered by guaranteed income, the less pressure there is on your portfolio during a downturn. That's why claiming Social Security at the right time is such a big deal. It's not just about maximizing benefits, it's about stability. And by the way, if you want a quick high-level view of how prepared you are for retirement and how exposed you might be in a market drop, we've put together a quick 1-minute retirement readiness assessment. It's a simple tool that helps you see if you're on track and where the gaps might be, including income, taxes, market risk, Social Security, and healthcare. I'll link it below this video. The third part of the plan is letting your long-term investments stay invested. This is the money that you don't need to touch for many years. Historically, markets recover, but only if you're able to stay invested long enough to participate in that recovery. So when you combine a cash buffer plus guaranteed income sources and a clear withdrawal plan, you give your portfolio the breathing room it needs to recover from downturns instead of locking in the losses. So the goal isn't to avoid market drops. The goal is to retire knowing if the market drops tomorrow, I know exactly where my income is coming from. That's the difference between reacting emotionally and responding confidently. And that confidence doesn't come from predictions, it comes from planning. So quick recap, if you retire and the market drops, the risk isn't the drop itself, it's being forced to sell at the wrong time. A simple plan includes short-term income protection, reliable guaranteed income, and long-term investments that have the time to recover. With those pieces, when they work together, market volatility becomes something you can manage, not something that controls you. If you found this to be helpful, make sure to hit the like button so more people can learn about these strategies. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Happy planning, everyone.